Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how I got this holiday look with just using drugstore products, with the exception of one product that is not drugstore. I used Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I can't find a drugstore contour powder that suits my skin tone, so if you can find one that's awesome, you can substitute it and you will have all drugstore, but in my case I couldn't find one that suits my skin tone. So yeah, with the exception of that, everything else is drugstore. So if you want to see how I got this look, let's get started. So like I said before, I want the majority of the products to be drugstore. So for my eyes today, I'm going to be using these two Wet n Wild palettes. This one here, the orange, is called Desert Festival, and this one here is No Filter. I start off by priming my eyelids with this Milani eyeshadow primer, and to apply it, I'm just going to be using a Jessup little mini kabuki brush. I'm also going to be applying some here on the lower lash line, since I will be applying shadows down here later on. Then I'm going to be taking this NYX single eyeshadow in Blame It on Midnight and applying it in my crease. By the way, I forgot to mention that I did set my eyeshadow primer with a translucent setting powder. If you set your primer right after you apply it, it just helps the eyeshadows that you put on over that blend a lot more easily. If not, they tend to go on a little bit more patchy, but I mean, you can do either way depending on the primer you're using. I just preferably apply a setting powder or like an eyeshadow that matches my skin tone, so the eyeshadows go on a little bit smoother. Then I'm just going to be taking a large blending brush and further blending this out. Now going into this palette, I'm going to be taking this orange shade right here, and I'm going to go in and apply this right under where I applied the transition shade. Now with this palette, I'm going to take this brown shade right here. Just realized I forgot to add the tape here, and then focusing this on the outer corner. Going into the same brown. Now I brought this in quite a bit. Not all the way to the inner corner, but I did bring it in quite a bit. Going into that same orange shade I picked up just a minute ago. With another pencil brush, I'm going to be going into the black in the palette. I'm going to start off applying this on the outer corner and working my way in, just like I did with the brown shade, but this one I'm not going into the crease with. Back into the brush I used to apply the brown, I'm just going to be blending it out. Just setting my brush here and working my way up and out. Now going into this Maybelline Color Tattoo in the shade Caramel Cool, I'm going to be applying this all over the eyelid, trying to keep the line that I just applied as straight as I can. Now going back into the No Filter palette, I'm going to be picking up this bronze shade here and applying this right over the cream base. This shade here, I do recommend using it in combination with a base. Applying a base just intensifies the color or brings it out a little bit more. Then going into this shade here, I'm going to be applying that on my brow bone. Just going back in with the brush I used to apply the orange shade and blending those two together so there's no harsh lines. Now I'm just going to be using a makeup wipe to clean up any fallout I had. And since I just wiped away my eye cream, I'm going to go ahead and reapply it, and I'm using this Bobbi Brown Just Hydrating Eye Cream. For primer, I'm going to be going in with this L'Oreal Miracle Blur. And for foundation, today I'm going to be going in with the L'Oreal Infallible in the shade 104 and 105. To apply this, I'm going to go in with this Jessup would you say angled kabuki maybe? I don't know, somewhat angled. Now anywhere that I need more coverage, I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Blender because I feel like it builds this foundation very nicely. And I don't know what is up with my face. It has been breaking out. It's so bad. I've been wanting to do those foundation reviews I talked about in my Sephora haul, but I don't know if you can see, I have breakouts. My pores are clogged all right here, and I've been exfoliating using my Clarisonic. I don't even know what to do. I just want to get over it so I can start doing those reviews and not like think that the foundation is what's causing those, or just to know if the foundation is breaking me out. Now to color correct my under eye circles, I'm going to be using this LA Girl concealer in the shade orange. Oh, it's orange in the shade orange corrector. And just apply a tiny bit on my under eyes. Going in with one of these little mini kabuki brushes from Dress Up. I'm going to be blending that out. Now to conceal, I'm going to be using Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 20. And just applying this right on my under eyes. And then for the rest, I'm just going to be using the Beauty Blender. And to set that, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Contour Duo. And to set my face, I'm going to be using the Milani Multitasking Face Powder. And for the lower lash line, I'm going to start off with the same NYX eyeshadow that I started with in the crease. Now I'm picking up this matte orange from the Desert Festival palette. Now I'm blending it out with a clean blending brush. With the pencil brush, I'm going to be picking up the black from the same palette. Using this Tarte eyelash curler, which is, in my opinion, the best eyelash curler in the world. Now I'm going to be using this Maybelline The Falsies mascara. Then I'm going to be using this Jessie's Girl eyeliner. Oh, and if you're wondering, for my brows, I use this NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash, I believe it's Ash Brown? Yeah, Ash Brown. And for lashes, I'm going to be using these Salon Perfect ones in the number 614. And to bronze, I'm going to be using the same Wet n Wild Contour Duo in the shade Caramel Toffee with a MAC 129 brush. For blush, I'm going to be using this Milani blush in the shade Awakening Rose, and I believe the shade is limited edition. And to contour, I'm going to be using Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. My cheek highlight, I'm first going to be applying this cream eyeshadow by Flower Beauty, and it is in the number CE2, topped with the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in Ice Latte. Now going in with the eyeshadow to top it off. Now I'm just gonna blend everything out so there's no harsh lines or nothing looks crazy. To finish off the eye look in the inner corner, I'm gonna be using the same eyeshadow. Here I'm just going to be wetting my brush with the L'Oreal setting spray to make the color look more vibrant. To finish off this entire look, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Setting Spray. Now to cover up the lash band, I'm going to be going in with this Jessie's Girl Black Liquid Eyeliner. For lips, I'm going to be showing you guys what it looks like with two different lip colors. The first one's going to be a nude lip. And to start that off, I'm going to be using the Milani lip liner in the shade All Natural. Then topping it with the Milani lipstick in the shade Matte Innocence. And to finish off this nude lip, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Color Elixir in the shade Nude Illusion. And I'm just going to be putting that on the center of the lips. And applying gloss on the center of the lips makes them look a lot fuller or like plumper than what they actually are. Here's what it looks like with a nude lip. And the next shade I'm going to do is red. I'm going to start off with the CoverGirl lip liner in the shade Passion.
I like this lip liner on its own.
And over that, I'm going to apply the Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm in the shade Standout. And here's what it looks like with a red lip. To set my brows, I'm going to be using this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. So I hope you guys enjoyed this holiday look, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.